Okay, so I thought this would be interesting to read Am I the Asshole threads from Reddit, but I've done it as in new posts, so hopefully it's not ones that people have like overdone. So it says, am I the asshole for asking my overweight friends to help pay for breaking our car? Interesting. My parrot, fucking hell, my partner and I who stayed friends for a long weekend who are easily £350 to £400 each. Okay, I don't know what that is. Let me just, I don't know, £300 in stone. So 21 to 400. 21 to 28, right, okay, so interesting. I'm £120 and my partner's 160. I don't know why they felt the need to clarify their weight, but anyway. We have a small car and we're worried about the extra weight. Their combined weight means the car's weight capacity, but we thought we would be AHs. Oh, I'm assuming that means assholes for asking these friends to rent a car or Uber and meet us places because of their weight. Our friends assumed that we would all use our car for the weekend and didn't book any other means of transport. We went on a day trip to a city about 2 hours away and back, 150 miles road trip. Okay, that seems like a really long road trip, but anyway. The weather was really hot, 100, I'm assuming that's Fahrenheit, I don't know what that is. I feel like this is just going to be me googling 37, but it'll get warm. And our car is black, making the heat even worse. During the drive, our car seemed to be struggling to start, switch gears with the extra load. The next day our transmission light came on and the car is now in the shop. The part that's broken is supposed to last the car's lifetime and is usually broken due to excessive heat or pulling large loads. While we can't be... Where did I read that? Sorry. While we can't be 100% sure their weight is the reason, the most likely cause was driving our friends in the heat. The repairs are going to be over 1k. Our friends didn't seem concerned when the car broke down, just asked what happened to it. We gently said we didn't know, as we did not want to embarrass them. If the repairs were 500 or less, we would bite the bullet and pay, but 1,300 is a huge, unexpected expense. Would I be the asshole for telling them they broke our car, asking them to pitch in and what they would have spent on a rental? Or how can we politely tell them we won't drive them around next time? Was there a way to avoid this situation where not their feelings? Okay, let's see what people have said. You're the asshole billing large loads for a vehicle means things like billing a trailer or a boat. Something that's £1,000. That makes sense, to be fair, but you can check the weight limit in your car's manual, and as the owner, it is your responsibility to check that and plan accordingly. It is not their responsibility for the car's repair. Info. Where did you get that info regarding excessive heat or large loads being the cause? Yes, that's a good point. I would say yes, you're the fucking asshole, because it says excessive heat, right? Which it was 37 degrees. That's pretty fucking hot. And building large loads, like that guy said, it's like bolts are when you're towing stuff, not your actual fucking car. And also, why the hell would you think it would be a good idea to go for a round trip 2 hours away and 2 hours back in a small car in that heat? Surely you would know, if your car was small, that it would struggle with that kind of journey. Some people. And also, why did I said, repeating, going back to my point before, why did they feel the need to include their weight? It just seems like they're fatphobic, to be honest, and they're looking for someone to pay for their car's expenses. I bet you that car was struggling before the friends got there. Am I the asshole for my response after a guy gets in? I'm not clear. Probably not, but anyway. I'm 22, female, a college student, and currently live with 3 other girls, early to mid-20s, okay? Our place is big, so we often have friends, girls and guys, over, and our place is a regular hangout spot, okay, yeah. Well, in the summer, a new guy, 21 male, joined the friend circle and he's incredibly rude to me. Oh, sorry, I might have done it out loud. He often jokes that I'm ugly and makes fun of my looks and calls me a Walmart, some actress whose name I forgot. Last time, he only picks on me even though I've not betrayed him at all. And before you say it, he does not like me. It upsets me, but I'm non-confrontational, so just brushed off his comments. And no one told him to cut out either. When I voiced my concern to the group, they said it's obviously not been serious. Well, to me it was serious. This guy sounds like a twat. As a result, me and the girl started excluding him from everything good. Well, a few days ago I found out that he was adopted as a baby and that his mum is an awful, awful narcissist. That same evening, he knocked on my door and asked to speak privately. Naturally, I declined him. I told him that he's such an asshole. Even his biological parents couldn't stand him. I also added that he clearly took after his mums in terms of personality. After this incident, I was labelled an asshole by some people, mostly the guys. Apparently, I went from 0 to 100 with my response, and that it was far more savage/toxic than what he had said to me all this time. However, my closest friends backed me up and said this reply was totally justified, so am I the asshole? Okay, let's see what people said. Oh, nobody said anything yet. Interesting. I would say no. I mean, it just sounds like he doesn't like the fact that he got a taste of his own medicine. But also, like, it's funny that the guys backed him up and said, oh, you were the asshole, but they weren't standing up for OB when she said, oh, this made me uncomfortable. Some posts put, if you have to ask, then yes, you're the asshole. Those things aren't yours to comment on. They're far more hurtful than his inexcusable comments. You owe him a big apology. Don't swat a gnat with a nuclear bomb. I bet Chris Dog is actually what you hope he was right about. Someone's put, lol, not the asshole. You never would have said that to him if he wasn't being an asshole to you in the first place. That is like the point, isn't it? It's like, if he hadn't been mean in the first place, she wouldn't have to feel like she had to back herself up. But also, like, why are we, I mean, it says in brackets, before you say it, he does not like me. Why are we excusing guys' shitty behaviour for a way to say, oh, maybe he fancies you? No. And I get what it's like having, like, family trauma or whatever, and, like, people go through stuff, and it's hard when you're raised by a narcissist or whatever, but he's an adult now and doesn't live at home, by the looks of it. So, like, and also, like, if he's willing to say, oh, my mum's a narcissist or whatever, clearly he's tuned in to that thing, so surely he would be less likely to be a narcissist or an asshole. That was my shoulder clicking. Let's see. Am I the asshole for being jealous of my boyfriend's work wife? Oh, let's get into it. 22 female, okay, so that's OP, and my boyfriend 33. I've been together for 3 years, so 19 and 30. Interesting, but that's not what we're commenting on. Anyway, we have been living together for more than 2 years, right? And our relationship is very pleasant with some occasional arguments. I feel like that's most relationships though, isn't it? I feel like there's like occasional arguments. If you're arguing all the time, that's probably not a good relationship. Anyway, sorry, getting distracted. We live, I think she means we love each other very much. At first we both had low paying jobs, okay? And although we got by alright, there was no room for many fun things such as shopping, vacations and often dates, okay? But for the past year and a half we both changed jobs and are now quite successful and a lot better off than other people. Okay, good for them. I'm really grateful for that. I work remotely, so I spend all my time at home, right? And I don't have many friends, so all my outings are with my boyfriend. Girl, same. Also, since I spend all my time at home and only work 6 to 7 hours daily. I do all the housework and cooking every day. It's tiring, but I like taking care of people, right? And that is just who I am. He never exactly forces me to do anything, although I think he kind of has an expectation that he should, right? Anyway, not the point. The point is that I spend a lot of time at home and he is the opposite. His job requires him to travel for 3 days every month to a very popular island in my country. He has a few more friends than me and lots of co-workers and people he interacts with every day. So here's the thing. He has a female co-worker who is basically his work wife. No. Last year they worked together alone every day and also travelled together to the island, talked on the phone all the time, etc. I got very, very jealous and he saw that. He never introduced me to her. And I've never met her. She fell pregnant though and has a baby, so I thought we were done with her since she was on maternity. Wrong. At least twice a week my boyfriend gets home from work and talks to her for an hour or hours and gets home and barely says a word to me. I learn I'm assuming that means new news from listening into their conversations. I do everything for him, running errands, cooking, cleaning, everything. Don't I deserve the attention and not this other woman? I was upset about it today and told him his response was she is and will continue to be my friend to deal with it. This is your problem. I'm really hurt. Am I the asshole for being jealous and getting in between their friendship? Personally, no. Before I read the other comments, I'm just gonna say, like, I get what it's like if your partner was friends of, like, a sex that they find attractive. However, when you live together, you should be somebody that they want to come and talk to at the end of the day. But also, this isn't me blaming OP, by the way, but it sounds kind of like you're their mom and you're looking after them, so naturally. I read this thing, I can't remember where it's from, but basically it says that women who do everything for their husbands or whatever in this context tend to be unattracted to their partner eventually because it reminds them of a mum figure, because you wouldn't want to bang your mum, would you? I mean, depending on what county you're from, you might do, but but I'm just saying. So this is quite interesting. Okay, let's read the comments. Not the asshole. I don't see this as you being jealous. I agree. I see it as you being ignored and taken for granted. 100%. This doesn't sound like a regular relationship. It sounds like an emotional affair. 100%. If that's his response to your understandable upset and frustration, I think you should consider doing exactly what he suggests and deal with it. What exactly are you getting out of this besides resentment? Exactly. Because she seems so sorry because she said she's got a decent job now. So, girl, dump his ass. Not the asshole walk out next time he's on the phone to her. This is bordering on an emotional affair. Yes. Not the asshole, but he was 30 and you were 19 when you started dating. This is what I said. Very questionable. Not the asshole. Red flag, red flag, red flag. Yes, this is 19 and 30. Okay, so put it this way. I'm 25 now, turning 26 towards the end of the year, right? And I don't think I've got very much in common with 19-year-olds. So I don't imagine somebody... I mean, this isn't me, like, shitting on anybody who's 19. I'm just saying, like, yes, you could get along and stuff, but surely you would notice glaring differences. But also, right, just... Where was that thing? Where was it? Oh, I've lost it. Let me find it, one sec. Oh, okay, yeah. But also, like, does nobody find it interesting that she said, so when they got together, she was 19, he was 30. I mean, you don't know the circumstances, it's hard to say, but that they were both in low-paying jobs, but now she's leveled up in 3 years, and so is he. But it's interesting that even with that age gap, they're at the same point in life. Does that not tell you more about him than it does about her? Just something to consider. I mean, it's hard because, like, you know, people start new careers and stuff and start at the bottom or whatever. But I'm just saying, like, it's interesting that they were at the same point. But yeah, going back to my original point, I was just saying I don't think I could be in a relationship with somebody who's 19 now, never mind if I was 30 and they were 19. Because because surely you're at completely different points in your life. Like, so I'm 25, turning 26, and I would say I'm at the point of nearly wanting kids. So could you imagine at 30? This is an example for people who want kids. If you don't want kids, it's completely irrelevant. But at the age of 30, you would want to be settling down, wouldn't you? But I feel like at 22, would you? I don't know. Anyway. I just feel sorry for her. Oh, this one looks good. Well, not good, that's probably the wrong word, but anyway. Am I the asshole for being annoyed that my in-laws want to come bring dinner and see the baby when I just got back from the hospital? I'm gonna say this now. No, you're not. Set your boundaries. Anywho, let's get into it. After a somewhat traumatic and completely exhausting labour and delivery of my fourth baby, my husband told his father and stepmom they could bring over dinner and see the baby. Wrong. I get that, like, it's your husband's family or whatever, but you're the one that's just had the baby. Set those fucking boundaries, and your husband should be reinforcing those boundaries to anybody and everybody. Anyway, I just got home this afternoon and feel sick and tired, girl. So naturally, my other kids haven't even held or interacted with the baby. My mother-in-law has been at her house hanging out with my husband and helping. So nice of her, but I want my house back. Yeah, naturally, I would like space and to just be together as a family. When I told my husband I wasn't up for visitors, he said that they don't need to stay for dinner, just see the baby. He said you can stay upstairs if you don't see anyone. I'll just take the baby down so they can see and hold him. It's their grandson, and they want to see him. But you have tons of in-laws. This feels unfair, and I feel like I'm not being respected. I want space from his family, and I feel like he cares more about them. Oh yeah, 100%. Not the asshole that is your son before he is their grandson. They don't have dibs on you. Yes. Not the asshole. I understand that they're excited, but your health, well-being, and the baby bonding with siblings should come first. Surely they can wait a day. It sounds like husband is forgetting the physical trauma you've been through and wants to show off his newborn. Surely he can be talked around to put you and the baby first. 100% agree. And also, like, I feel like it's natural. Like, this woman is just pushed out a fourth child, so she's already got 3 at home. She probably just wants to sit on the sofa, eat takeaway, chill, have somebody else wait on her and cuddle with all of her babies. And this guy's like, oh, let's have all these people around. No, I wouldn't want everybody around. Leave me alone. That's literally what I'd be like. And also, I feel like, oh, you can stay upstairs if you don't want to see anyone. No, I don't want to fucking stay upstairs. It's my house. If I don't want people around, I don't want people around. And also, like, he's a newborn. He'll be a newborn for a while. He'll be their grandson forever. 30 days, which is what some people do. It's not going to kill them. And she's not even saying, oh, they can't come tomorrow. She's like, just for today. That was, yeah. She's literally just like, oh, I just don't want to see anybody today. Fair enough. Honestly. Not the asshole new mom gets to decide when visitors come over. 100%. And your husband should be like, oh, no, we're not having anybody around right now. And also, newborns' immune systems are so weak, I wouldn't want 1 million people around anyway. Like, I really wouldn't. I wonder if this one's got any more comments. I'm interested to see. Sorry, someone's commented. Either way, the gnat's dead and it's only a gnat. 'Tis not the gnat, that's the concern that followeth. Ish, you all need to grow up and learn to be nice. I agree. But also, I found that when I went to uni, people were bitchier than I've ever seen. It's crazy. This is the problem with being non-confrontational. You put up with crazy bullshit without setting your boundaries. Eventually, your anger comes out sideways. Yeah, I agree. Like, I get not want to be non-confrontational, but when you let it build up and build up and build up, you're gonna snap and say shit you probably shouldn't say. Interesting though. Am I the asshole for not giving my kids cultural religious names? Okay, premises, I'm white, so, yeah, not that we need any more people's white opinions, so I'm not gonna comment on that one, but, yeah. But, from what I saw of that little title, no, call your kids whatever you want. As long as they're not like a million letters. Oh my god. Am I the asshole for throwing away my white squishmallows? Yes. Am I the asshole for throwing away my white squishmallows? If Chris threw away my teddies, I would be fucking fuming. But anyway, let's get into it. I am a 26-year-old female and my wife is 24 years old. We have been married for almost 2 years. Recently I came home from work early to surprise her. She works from home and found her in the bath with 3 squishmallows. I was taken aback, so I turned around and left. Later, when she got out of the bath, I confronted her about it and she got really angry saying it was none of my business and she does it for her mental health. Okay, I'm confused. Okay, wait, according to her, she put them in the dryer right away and only used 3 of them. However, I didn't believe her, so after we went to bed, I checked the laundry room. Not only were they still wet, they were also sitting in the sink. This worried me because I'm allergic to mold and she's taking baths with moldy squishmallows. In response, I put them in a garbage bag and threw them away. Now she's upset, claiming that I shouldn't have judged her and that I'm damaging her mental health. She even threatened to sleep on the couch. Oh, I mean, you could have told her before. You're the asshole, but leaning towards ish. Yeah, I agree. Just before I read the things, it's because, like, so there must be in the bath with her, not like her holding them. Like, I wouldn't do that with my teddies. But also, like, she might have not even, like, because sometimes I do stuff and don't think about it fully. So, like, why didn't she just talk to her wife and just say, hey, look, you know, I'm allergic to mold, and these are moldy. But were they moldy, or is she just saying that she's allergic to mold and she doesn't want them to become moldy? Because are they moldy at this point? And obviously they're wet, but you could dry them. Anyway, let's see. You're the asshole, but leaning towards this, yeah. Yeah, it was a jerk move to throw away her items. She says this is for her mental health and it's not my place to question that. Yes. You could have helped her clean them, started a load of laundry, had a conversation about replacing them, or one of 15 easy other solutions, but you threw away items you really cared about. Yeah, that's it. Now, is mold unhealthy? Yes, of course, but wet doesn't automatically immediately mean mold. See, this is what I said. And if she knew they got moldy from sitting in the sink for a while or something, and we knew her perspective, we might have info for a different opinion. But really, like lots of things, it comes down to communication. Just talking about it can solve lots of little problems before they become big problems. I don't think either of you really respected the other in this interaction. You're the asshole. Things don't get covered in mold the second they get wet. It takes being damp and unclean for a while, but put them in the dryer and the problem is solved. You stole from your wife, yeah. Yeah, I agree. With most of these, I feel like, why did you just straight away bin them? Someone said, not the asshole, you're allergic to mold, and she knows that she should take more care. Yeah, I agree. But, like, I feel like, yes, you're allergic to mold, that's really serious, that can be really harmful, but also mold is, like, could be from anything, do you know what I mean? It doesn't necessarily, someone just put, am I the asshole for throwing away my partner's belongings before giving her a chance to do what she said? Yeah, pretty much, because you're just assuming that, because you've said, because she said, I'll try them, it doesn't have to be right this second. But also, you could have tried them for her, do you know what I mean? Like, you could have said, like, I'm going that way or whatever. I'll put them in the dryer for you. But they've just assumed that, like, they are moldy immediately, so I'm gonna have to bin them. And also, you said there was only 3 in the says you binned all of them, so did you bin all 3 or did you bin the whole collection? Which is what I'm curious about, because if you binned the whole collection, that would piss me off. And like, a lot of people have come for, I'm sorry, they've had them for a long time, so just to bin them completely. But also, even if you're allergic to mould, could you not maybe like put them somewhere else so they're not sitting on your bed? I don't know what a mould allergy is like. I'm curious to see actually. Let's do one more. Let's spin. I'll spin, scroll even. Oh, that seems like kind of a long one. I'm at the asshole for taking a prank too far, probably. Let's see. My 20 female dated this guy, 26 male. Ooh, sketchy, but anyway. About a year ago, before she moved up to where we met. Okay. So she was 19, he was 25. This is what I was saying before. Anyway, he manipulated her into doing things she wasn't ready to do, and eventually she broke up with him, but they continued to talk. Asshole. He calls her babe and still says he loves her and that they are a secret because her family doesn't approve of him. Absolutely not. I have been continuously trying to get her out of this toxic situation, but she keeps saying he's her best friend and that she doesn't want to leave him. Now, to what happened, my friend and I, 21 female, plus one other friend, 20 male, went to the beach and planned a little prank on her ex. We gave our third friend her ex's number and he texted him and kept trailing him on that he was a girl, and eventually started getting mad, but we kept going as it was harmless and we weren't going to do anything else outside of just messing with him. He got so upset, my friend, that he's no longer talking to her for a few days, as he says. She's blaming herself and that he's entirely right, and we took a harmless prank too far. Her and I got into an argument that I nagged too much and that she should leave him. At the moment, we are not on talking terms since this has all happened just yesterday. I am distraught and hate how this escalated. I don't know if her ex or I and the other friend are in the wrong. Honestly, it just sounds like the ex is pissed off that you got one up over on him, and that she has her own opinions, and that you're against him, kind of thing, and that he's not getting his own way. But let's read the comments. You're the asshole, so that's called harassment. Maybe I'm just... I don't know if I'm reading this wrong. Like, let me reread. Right, okay, so next one. We gave our third friend our ex's number and he texted him and kept trailing him on that he was a girl, and eventually started getting mad, but we kept going as it was harmless and we weren't going to do anything outside of just messing with him. Okay, but I don't... He got so upset at my friend that he's no longer talking to her. How did he know that they were friends, though? This is what I'm confused by. I don't know, it's kind of hard on that one because I don't really understand the context. See, I feel like this is the thing with these kind of things, is it's hard because of context to form an opinion, and you're getting one person's opinion. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna love you and leave you. But this was really interesting. What was I gonna say? Yeah, this was really interesting. Hope you guys enjoyed. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Love you. Bye.